Hello everyone, welcome to Physics with Tommy, and today we're going to discuss the question of why does a tall room heat slower than a short room? To answer this question accurately, we need to set down some prerequisites. Firstly, we must assume that these two rooms, the tall one and the short one, have the same volume. In addition, we must assume that the two rooms are being heated from the same surface. Finally, it is vital that these two rooms are in an area with an atmosphere, which means that there are air molecules within the rooms. Now that we've set up the conditions for the question, I'm now going to introduce the fundamental physics principles that will help us answer this question thoroughly. Now I'm going to play a simulation that helps to prove the law of convection, which is the way that heat moves through air molecules. Please note that in this simulation, temperature is measured using colors, red being the warmest, then yellow, then green, then blue being the coldest. Now in this simulation, you will see this line is the heat source right here, and the air molecules closest to it is being heated, so they become less dense and they rise upwards like this. But then as they reach the top of the enclosure, they lose their temperature, so they become more dense, and so they fall back down. And then they get heated again and the whole process repeats itself. And that circulation of hot air and cold air is what we call convection. Now to relate this newfound knowledge back to our question of why a tall room heats slower than a short room. As we stated before, these two rooms are in an area with an atmosphere. That means they are under the effects of gravity, as well as having an atmosphere, which means air molecules are inside of the rooms. As you know, due to convection, the hot air in these two rooms is going to rise to the top, like so. And then as it reaches the top, it is going to become colder and therefore more dense, so it is going to go back down, like so, because of convection. However, the scenario is changed because in the taller room, the air has more distances, this entire distance to rise upwards, versus in the shorter room where the air only has this much distance to rise upwards. Therefore, in the taller room where it has more distance to rise upwards, it is going to lose more of its heat as it has more time to rise up, versus in the shorter room where it needs to stay contained in this much smaller area. So in conclusion, the reason why it takes longer to heat a tall room than a short room is because of the movements of heat through convection, which causes for more heat to be lost in a tall room than a short room. But please remember that this answer is only relevant to this question when the circumstances or the prerequisites that I've stated before are true. Otherwise, another answer could be devised.